All right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are here for our Tomb of Annihilation stream. It feels like it's been forever since we were back within Schultz, as we did have a little bit of a break, but we are back now as our adventuring party has just made it out of the actual Tomb of the Nine Trickster Gods, but before we pick up from there, let's go ahead and go over our weekly streaming schedule. That consists of Mondays, Candlekeep Mystery Mondays, where our adventuring party is on the final chapter of that book adventure. Then on Thursdays, we have our Team 17 Gaming Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific. Fridays, we have our Wild Beyond the Witchlight D&D game at 6 p.m. Pacific, which surprisingly, they did not die to the hag, although some of them came awfully close. And then, of course, we are here for our Tomb of Annihilation streams on Saturdays. All right. So, before we actually get into the game, my name is Dungeon Master Susan, along with my co-DMs Dylan and Ashy and their sister Reese. We have with us our adventuring party that consists of Dr. Ink, played by Kate, who will not be joining us tonight. We've got Lob, played by Cooper.
Hey there.
We've got Araxis, played by Torque.
Howdy, howdy.
We've got Rika, played by Anna.
Evening.
We've got Jericho, played by Ragnarok, who will not be joining us tonight. We have Red Fang, played by Cause. And along with their guide, Azaka, played by Tor.
Hello.
Alright, now...
Ashy is cuddling me just as much as he did yesterday, which is a good sign because I almost got Ragnarok killed.
Yes. So, before we jump into the actual recap of the adventure and picking up where we left off, all of my players, please go ahead and add one Dr. Dylan's healing potion to your character sheets, as this upcoming Monday is Dylan's birthday. So he is passing out Dr. Dylan's healing potions for his birthday.
He also wants everybody to know that he's terribly abused and unloved and has never been fed or petted or anything in his life.
Yeah, no, cuddling is not a thing that has ever happened.
Force him to lay on the cold, hard tile even though it's freezing.
Right. Yeah.
He's in a mood today.
He is very much in a mood today. Yes, he is. Alright.
He also doesn't like it when I tell him he's becoming a grumpy old man.
There's that. Alright, so when we last left off, our adventurers had gone into Schultz with the intention of putting a stop to the death curse. Because, brought to their attention, and the party put together at the behest of a woman who was unfortunately afflicted by this death curse. She gathered you all together, sent you to Chult, or took you to Chult with her, actually, and told you that, or gave you some idea as to what it would take to put a stop to this death curse. With her aid, and as well as the aid of Azaka, which you found in your hunt for a guide to take you through the jungles of Chult, you managed to explore and learn quite a bit within the Chultan jungle. Let's see, how do I want to put this? You dealt with quite a few different people and situations before having all of it lead you to the long-lost city of Omu. Now, you had heard tell that long before you made your way to Omu that the Red Wizards of Thay were also on the hunt for certain magic items, and so you ended up, when you ran into them within the city of Omu, you seem to be, what's the word I'm looking for? On a race against the clock to acquire the keys to unlock this Tomb of the Nine Trickster Gods before the Red Wizards of Thay were able to collect the keys, as it were, to open this. After having learned about a little bit about each of the 9 trickster gods by going to their temples within the city of Omu, you were able to find the entrance to the Tomb of the 9 trickster gods. And having figured out the key to the door, you put these stone tablets that you had gotten from each of the 9 trickster god temples into this door, and the door opened for you, thus beginning your excellent exploration of the Tomb of the 9 Trickster Gods. Now, we did have a little bit of issues within the party towards the beginning of this exploration, as some of your party members did not take the time to think about the consequences of just touching things within the tomb, and this led to having several of them become possessed by the actual trickster gods whose items they touched. Now, this, much to the detriment of themselves, but also the anger for them not listening of the wizard, you managed to clear out the 6 levels that were what consisted of the Tomb of the 9 Trickster Gods. There were several magic items that the wizard was able to thankfully skirt away before any of their party members could actually get their hands on it and get possessed by the gods. But it did end up being quite the interesting experience as to which gods possessed which of the party members. Now, that all being said, when you got to the final area, there seemed to be a feast waiting for you. And the feast allowed the trickster gods to be quieted, as it were. And your party members were back to their full selves as they went into what seemed to be the final battle of this Tomb of the 9 Trickster Gods. Opening the door, you found quite the hideous monster baby. Sure, let's go with that. Monster baby. As well as a jar of what looked to be the souls of the people who were affected by the death curse. After killing the baby and dealing with what turned out to be the soulmonger himself, the lich that created this tomb, you were able to survive and let's see. You were able to finish exploring the rest of the level. Now, when it came to the very final section of the tomb, you found, well, much to the dismay of the wizard, who Rika kept telling everybody to stop touching things, it seemed that Dr. Ink was ready to just hop on in, and you found a pool of water that ended up transporting you back out to the outside of this Tomb of the Nine Trickster Gods. And that, my friends, is where we actually pick up our story, as you have just found yourself on the outskirts of the tomb, and it seems that Jericho and Dr. Ink are nowhere to be found. So, what do you want to do? Like, you saw them teleport to out here. You know they're not inside still. But it's almost instantly, as soon as they land here on the outskirts, they also disappear. So what do you want to do?
Does that happen before?
It does.
It's rare, but there are occasions when I feel like Jericho is on a different plane or something, god duties and such, but not very often. But I am a little worried that they just disappeared as we all transported back out of the tomb. That was, a little curious. Well, I have to say I'm glad that we were able to transport out of this place and didn't have to actually walk all the way back up.
Yeah, not looking forward to that, gonna be honest. But the King of Feathers is still, like, nearby, isn't he?
Yep.
Presumably.
Yep. You want to go play with the King of Feathers?
Do you want to get eaten by the King of Feathers?
Do you want to go play with the King of Feathers? For those of you watching who were around for last week's one-shot, that consisted of a T-Rex, I almost substituted the King of Feathers for him.
I don't know, Lob, what do you say? I know you were always interested in finding new creatures.
That is true, but I don't want any danger in my party on purpose, And if Wika doesn't want to do it, then I won't do it.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying we should consider our options. And who knows, maybe he's guarding some really nice stuff. Or we'll all get eaten by the King of Feathers, and it'll be really embarrassing. I mean, it'd be a hell of a way to die.
It would be.
Yeah, but I'd hate to save society from, death curse, and then all of a sudden we
get eaten 10 feet out the door by a T-Rex.
Right. I agree. That would be a bit embarrassing.
It'd be funny, but not if it happened to us.
Good.
Lob, Araxis, and Rika, give me perception checks, please.
Oh, you're not even gonna give us the option.
It's not about that. It's not about that.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, all three of you, notice that those magic items that you had gotten from the the trickster gods. Lob, the one that gave you your abilities. Araxis, the ones that gave you your abilities. Gone.
So I'm feeling a little bit clearer in my head right now, I think.
You do very much so.
Rika, I just want to test something. Hold something valuable out, and I just want to see how I react.
I pull out, I don't know, a fistful of gold from the literal piles of it we found.
And Rika, as you dig around your bag to do that, you notice that the magic items are not there either.
I imagine I would have dumped them to make room for my books.
Well, that's true. You would have. That's true.
Yeah. Not while the others were paying attention, I would have found, like, a box to
Uh-huh.
Or I
Dump them
would
into.
have
Seen you dump them, I would have gone back and grabbed them.
No, Azaka and I would have arranged for them to disappear.
We
while-
planned for this to happen.
They planned for this contingency.
Cold. Yeah, that's nice, but I'm not feeling the urge to need it.
to steal the
To throw
fistful.
yourself into lava for it.
Right. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. All right. Thank you.
Oh yeah, there was that whole room of lava we could have just dumped them in.
You could have.
Oh well. I mean, oh well.
Yeah, but yeah, you guys noticed that the magic items that you had associated with those trickster gods are not on your person anymore.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What did we do with that cursed staff? The one that turns you into a goat man. Did we hang on to it? Or did we dump it somewhere?
I
Good
think you dumped
question.
it somewhere.
Probably. It's because it was super cursed.
Right, we found that on like the second level.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it was not a bad staff, except it was like a +3 magic staff.
Except
like
for the
quarter
curse.
staff. Except for the curse that turns you into a goat person unless you're a tiefling. In which case it does nothing.
I think we left it where it was under the assumption that we would have to come back out past it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, none of us
Oh,
was
well.
real keen on wanting to grab it at the time, I don't think. You know,
Yeah.
I know it
Yeah,
was neat,
because that was
but
before you
I
guys
really
started
don't want to
touching
go back in.
No, it wasn't before we started touching things because somebody got cursed literally immediately. By
Yeah,
the
that would
first ring.
be Jericho.
I think Jericho got the ring.
He got it was a ring of protection, which is really nice, but now it's dust.
Well, I mean,
Well, so that means, at least wherever he and Ink are, he should have his wits about him.
Yeah. I really
Probably
don't want to.
super secret warlock training or something.
I really hope that's all it is, because I had enough of that horse shit in uni, so, yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate, Rika, you being patient with us. I apologize for any of
No,
the
I get it.
actions.
You guys weren't in your right minds. And to be fair, as soon as there were spell sheets flying around, I immediately started grabbing them.
Yeah, it was
But
tough,
I was
wasn't it?
also reasonably certain that they weren't cursed in the same way yours were. Because none of
dang,
those
missed
shitheads got...
opportunity.
Too late. Still a little late
No,
for that, Susan.
I know.
If only they'd put
Also,
spell scrolls
spells
with
help
the
everyone.
shrines.
Also,
Also, I
you can
made-
get back at me by giving me shitty spells, but I think I found enough spell sheets that you'll have to give me something halfway decent.
Right.
Also,
You probably open
I-
your own shop selling the duplicates, right?
right.
Yeah.
You did lose a bunch of spell scrolls because they did disappear. So
Yeah, but then I also found a bunch of
spell books.
spell books.
Yes, you did.
So,
Yes, you did.
I mean, but those spell scrolls are always going to disappear. So,
They were, in fact, always going to disappear.
unless I held like a big old like bag out, like a tarp to catch them in. Even then, that
Not gonna
probably
lie,
would.
I was just thinking, man, if only we had like
A bag
little
of holding.
plastic baggies, we could have stuck them all, kept them nice and fresh so they didn't turn to dust.
But with that, with our perception checks, do we see anyone or anything in the immediate vicinity?
You do not.
All right.
Do I?
Give me a perception check.
I mean, because I'm down to fight the King of Feathers if that's the plan. But
My original plan was to study the King of Feathers, not
or
kill it.
study.
I don't really know if we want to fight him. He does keep people away from this place, and that's probably a
That
good
is true.
So,
And Red Fang, I know you joined our party kind of in the tomb itself. I don't know what brought you here, but by all means, you're welcome to continue traveling with us wherever we go.
Also, I don't want to deprive the Red Wizards of the company of the King of Feathers.
Oh, well, I can't imagine they taste very good.
Eh.
I don't know, maybe bigotry makes a fine
seasoning?
They're
seasoning.
probably super salty.
Right. Like
But some
jerky.
people, yeah,
Tough and stringy.
but tough and stringy. But I mean, he's a big lizard, so maybe that's just his favorite snack.
They are.
They have plenty of staffs for him to use as toothpicks, too.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe we'll pass by some idiots and we can get more stuff off of them.
You should have given the King of Feathers the goat staff and see what happens.
I think you have to attune to
You have
it.
to
I don't
attune
think
to it.
T-Rexes can, even one so magnificent as the King of Feathers, can attune to a super cursed staff.
Magic.
Yep,
Yeah.
This is the character that doesn't have no magic.
that's true.
Mhm.
And I kept it that way.
You did.
Yeah.
As opposed to your character from yesterday that is obsessed with magic. Yes. Alright. So,
We can
Azaka, you do not see or hear anyone anywhere near you. It seems that it is very quiet. Like, almost eerily quiet.
Well, we didn't really run into too many of those red wizards down there.
No, because they didn't have all the keys to get in.
Right. I'm a little leery of being ambushed, although at this point, since we destroyed the purse, I don't know what there would be down there to take. But...
But I know how long it'll take us to get back.
It will take you quite some time to get back.
Yeah, because we abandoned the boats, didn't we?
You did.
That we promised to bring back. I mean, the guy probably assumes we're dead in the jungle somewhere, so...
So, just for reference...
Yeah, we're literally in, like, the middle of fucking nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Right. I don't know if the boats would do us much good here. We're going to have to hike quite a
So,
ways.
you guys are...
Yeah, that's why we abandoned them.
Uh-huh. Alright. You are right here in Ola.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of we just haven't explored, and we're supposed to, actually, do that.
That's right. We were, that was one
Filling
of our
in the
choices.
map.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, are you guys looking at a map right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Red Fang looking over your shoulder, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we've
This place is huge.
We've been filling in a bunch of it. I mean, most of the interior was, like, absolutely fuck all, before. But, I think we need to, like, get to, like, an actual town and take a break before we go back to mapping the rest of Chult like we promised.
Right.
I mean, there's some stuff we can check out on the way through. Like, there's this whole, like, north and east, because was it Nangle or Kirsabal that was friendly to us? With the flying people.
I think it was Nangalore was where the flying people
Yep.
were.
Okay.
First of all, was one of the areas that I think we learned about when we were there. I don't think we actually went there.
I mean, if nothing else, we know they're friendly.
Right.
And we can let them know that the death curse is broken. We can cut through a nice chunk of this middle area if we go direct. If we wanted to, I don't think we need to stop in the heart of Ubtao, because I do not trust Val. On account of she's a wizard living alone in the heart of Chult, and who wants a phylactery of a lich. Like, every
the
single
literal
thing.
heart of a god.
Yeah, it's literally like everything about her is just red flag, red flag, red flag. So she could be like nice and not completely bonkers, but the odds are not in her favor.
Right. Yeah. Usually, if they want the phylactery versus destroying it, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not great. And also it's a really bad idea for wizards to isolate themselves because the whole ego running unchecked. Like, you get wizards surrounded by wizards, bad. Wizards by themselves, bad. Wizards with other normal people, probably gonna be okay. Not, like, great, but...
Just slightly
odds are-
annoyed is not bad, huh?
like... The more you study the arcane, the less good your decision making gets. Like, I finally snapped and just started grabbing sheets of paper out of the air in a cursed tomb, because I figured it couldn't be that bad.
It wasn't.
It wasn't, but it could have been so much worse. And it was sheer dumb luck that it wasn't.
Yeah, I know the feeling. If I get into a nice, smithy shop or something, I can't help but kind of drool a little bit all the shiny knives and swords and stuff. So
No, I get that.
kinda
Swords are dope as shit. But, like, yeah, we need to get back to civilization, because all our stuff is, like, falling apart, and I'm tired of eating jerky.
Well, if you just give me a few minutes, I can make the travel a lot quicker, but over time will tell.
I mean, I have polymorph I can probably turn into something that flies and can carry at least a couple
Right.
people.
Give me about 10 minutes, I can get a steed that I could ride upon, and it would help speed up travel.
Well, that's my point.
Oh, right.
I could summon our animal friends to fly us, to be a lot quicker, hopefully.
Ooh, flight would be wonderful.
Yeah. And doesn't
Remember
really
when
do
we
it.
flew all the way from Nangalore all the way up to Mambala, I think it was, or halfway there at least, something like that.
Yeah, that was dope.
Pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
We may have to do some pit stops doing this, but it's manageable if you believe it'd be helpful.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. Do a little mapping while we fly over, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just be like real basic.
These are
whatever
trees.
we can see. Yeah, there are some trees here. So we could do like a faster, like, ground travel to map stuff out. Because remember when we found that wrecked skyship and saved all those people?
Oh, yeah.
Probably
we
would not
went-
have seen that from the air.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was pretty covered under the canopy there.
Yeah, I mean, but we could always come back and do a more thorough mapping if we wanted to.
At the very least, we would see if, oh look, there's a river. Oh look, there's a mountain. Something to make
Right.
it easier on the way back.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know about you, but I want to get the... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we've got a bunch of, like, valuable historical artifacts and some magic spellbooks, and we should probably not be carrying them through the jungle for super long if we can't help it.
Right. We think was Shiku Bay large enough to maybe take a bit of a breather, or was that too small of a port?
I
It
think
was.
it was
Go
mostly
ahead.
smugglers, wasn't it? Or was that
No, that was Jakarta. Or
okay.
Jaka. Yeah, was where the smugglers.
Did we stop in Shilku Bay, or?
You.
Well, Belazal
did.
and I met you there, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember what. I mean, it's Chult, so not a whole lot of options to begin with. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't very big either.
No, it was not.
Well, then maybe heading to Nangalore and then on to Port Nansuru might be the best way to go then.
Yeah, because, well, the thing with polymorph is it lasts an hour, and I can only do it so many times a day. And I don't know how many we can carry.
So, Shikube was the where the lava had destroyed the town. Yeah, and it still erupts there.
Never mind. I think our best bet is to, yeah, cut through the jungle maybe to Nangalore, and then back up, because it was Firefinger where we found the Eric Kokra, right? That was
Yes.
from Nangalore.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Firefinger was where you started your adventure with Zaka.
Right.
That's where the jerky started.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might have to hoof it just because we have so many people.
Yeah.
Is there any booze around? Only what you have on you, if you have any. Dr. Ink usually has the rest of it, and they are nowhere to be found. Yeah. Nope.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the case. Alexis, we may need your. I could summon a light, and you could summon yours as well, and let's hoop it.
Yep, I'll
I
spend
mean,
a few minutes casting.
As a tiger, I should be able to carry at least one person.
Mm-hmm.
And I can polymorph into something at least better suited to the jungle if we need speed.
Well, I'll start preparations to get my
Or I can
speed if we're going to go
polymorph.
on foot. So if we were going to fly, I wouldn't do it. But if we're going to go on foot, then sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Or I can polymorph somebody else into something.
Or a draft horse is.
We're also going through a jungle. Tends to be not conducive to horses.
Oh, like, what creatures... Like, would we know that horses don't traverse jungles, or would we not
yes,
know that?
Azaka would know this.
Would we as a group collectively be able to figure out if there is a good mount for jungle?
Well, I did see
Tigers, jaguars.
I did see a couple giant
leopards.
lizards on the way around here. I could maybe summon one of those, but
Just felt like Bubba Gump. Oil shrimp, fried shrimp, big cat, different big
Bigger cat, other big cat, smaller
Also,
big cat. Mm-hmm.
Would we know if there are, like, flying predators on this continent?
Yes.
oh, for sure. The what were those pterodactyl people? Pterofolks.
The pterofolk.
Yeah, they were flying all over the place. In fact, some of this jerky you've been eating is compliments of some of them.
So going above the tree canopy might not necessarily be safer than navigating below it.
Correct.
In the immortal words of Rika, it's chill. Nothing's safe. Everything's fucked.
Everything is awful. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
If Azaka has learned nothing else.
From Rika specifically. Yeah.
Or from
Everything is awful.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, if Lob is summoning like cool monsters tonight, Red Fang would like to ride one.
Okay.
How many are you summoning?
And the problem with that spell is you don't know what you're gonna get.
It's true.
Oh, I'm so gonna be riding like a squirrel or something.
Alright.
Well, I
Could
can
be
be a
Axes would
tiger
be
for as
cool,
long as I want for free.
Okay. And
That's
I
true.
can do polymorph a few times.
Yeah. So
But I'd be burning a lot of high level spell slots to do it. But I could do it.
I don't,
At least
yeah.
for an hour at a time. If somebody wants
slow and
to-
steady might be better.
Yeah, that might not be a great idea. We could really use you when we, and I say when we run into trouble. 'Cause
Okay, so we can just go on foot, I guess?
Lob, also keep in mind you're a druid that can change into animal shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your level
And
probably hold it for a lot longer
especially
than-
the fact that you happen to have a very intimate understanding of the tiger form, thanks to Azaka.
that sounds weird and gross.
Okay, I meant as
I
opposed
wasn't thinking
to.
that until Tori said
Yeah.
it.
No.
But yeah, a little bit.
No,
Sorry.
I was going with the Belinda on Friday nights dissecting things.
Oh yeah, no, I meant as opposed to like the King of Feathers, where you haven't gotten real close to it, and that's okay. So
Oh yeah, I'd totally be giving Lob high paws and stuff.
yeah, so you easily could change into an animal yourself, Lob.
If we're going by turn, I can go 120 feet a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I'm large. I don't know how many people I can carry, but
No,
at
I,
least
I
one.
already signed up to be on Team Lob Squirrel mount, so that's what I'd like to do.
Alright.
But next
It's gonna
time,
be a squirrel the size of the King of Feathers.
that sounds fun.
Just very confused because it has no idea what to do in a jungle.
Yep. Alright. So let's see here.
Well, Lob, sounds like it's up to you about transportation. You do what you want to do, and we'll kind of follow your lead.
Well, so keep in mind
Practice
that
summoning a horse, right?
Lob can summon using this spell a challenge rating 2 or lower would be 1 beast, so it's up to you what you would like to summon or what you would like to turn into, either one
You can do both.
or both.
He can summon and then turn
Yeah.
into something else.
No,
But you
that's not good. That's not good because my wild shape I can do it as many hours, but this spell is lasts an hour. So
That's why I was saying you could turn yourself into a thing and then you
but
wouldn't
if
have
we
to worry
need
about
to
it.
stop and we need to stop once the spell's over, we need to stop as a wild shape, do the spell again. You know, it'll be
Well, what it would do is you would burn a spell slot right off the get-go, and when that wore off, I could polymorph somebody else or myself into something. That way, it limits the number of spell slots we're burning the same amount of spell slots, but it's not any one person burning them.
Well, I think we'll be okay.
Well, you'll be-
If Azaka transforms into a tiger, carries Red Fang, I summon a steed that's jungle friendly, like maybe a giant lizard or something. And then maybe
I don't think
you
we'll actually
ride
Lob.
Lob.
Yeah,
we'd
Lob,
be
I don't think
okay.
you even have to summon anything. I'll just ride on your back, I guess.
Yeah.
Piggyback
you-
ride.
Yeah, Lob, if you turn into a thing because you can stay in it for whatever, it saves you a spell slot.
And that way,
Okay.
neither one of us is burning spell slots.
Mhm.
Okay, that can work. I feel
Well, we're traveling as a
Sokka.
small group while the warlocks do warlock things.
Mhm.
Right.
Just join forward to what Sokka is, and
Okay.
follow her lead. She's more experienced. Yeah.
Okay. And
that
so,
way I can
so
add to the map as we travel.
it's true.
And maybe add things to my spellbook.
Okay. So, Red Fang, you actually were going on Team Lob, with his summoning. Well, we'll go ahead and put you onto, the Lob Tiger.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's
I
really
promised the squirrel, but sure, whatever works.
so.
Sorry.
I can just see it. No, I'm not riding the tiger. I'm riding the
Well, now I don't
squirrel.
want to.
Oh, fine. Walk your butt then.
No,
No.
what I'm gonna
In his
do,
mind will flavor.
I'm gonna stand there and I'm gonna go,
Squirrel.
holy shit, Red Fang, look, squirrel! And when he looks away, I'm gonna turn into a tiger and just kind of scoop him up and start running.
Oh, that's what the Chultan squirrel is.
So you do notice that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's let the dice decide on this one. Hey, Red Fang, roll me a nature check, please.
It's got a
Giant were squirrel or
condition.
something. It's a giant were squirrel.
Right?
No, it's their squirrel. I pointed at it.
Exactly. So, Red Fang, you look over at Lob. You were promised a squirrel. You look at Lob, and he is the shape of a tiger, but he does not match the markings of a Zaka. You notice that he has the markings of a squirrel in the
What
shape
up?
of a tiger.
Squirrel tiger.
It's a squirrel tiger.
It's just so it looks like a lion almost because it's brown.
Sort of.
The big bushy tail.
Red Fang thinks back. He's like, it's been a while since I've been out of that dungeon. Maybe squirrels.
Just look
Like
like
this
this in
now.
Chult.
Uh-huh.
It is Cholt.
It is Chult. Yeah, so Big's like super fluffy tail, and we're not talking like the like classic squirrel. We're talking like has the weird reddish fur, white chest, the ears are a little bit off. They're not tiger ears. They're kind of more reminiscent of squirrel ears. It's just the weirdest thing. And the rest of you kind of notice and you're like, huh. Azaka, give me a nature check, please. You wanted to do it when I asked for it from Red
I
Fang.
just found out I was supposed to be good at it.
You're good at it.
This whole
You're
time,
great
it
at
didn't
it.
have it on my sheet.
And you recognize the markings and you've already turned into your tiger, but so you can't actually say anything to anybody else, but you just think it's the funniest thing because you can talk to Lob because Lob is tiger, but yeah, you get a good kick out of the fact that Lob took the markings of a squirrel and put it into tiger form. All right.
The Lob wouldn't lie to me, so I'm gonna hop on and let's get out of here.
All right.
I was just looking for those pictures.
Couldn't help.
Thank you. That's exactly, yeah. Uh-huh. All right.
Excellent, Torque. Excellent.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys are moving towards Port Nansru, I assume is where you're headed, yes? You're headed north?
Well, I think we kind of want to go by way of Nangalore. We're trying to avoid the heart, right? So.
Okay.
While we're traveling, what's in the heart?
Well, I didn't
Creepy
really go
wizard.
up there. That was Dr. Ink, Jericho, and Rika that traveled up there.
Crazy.
All
So I'm
right.
holding on to the squirrel for dear life.
All right. So you guys are making your way to Nangalore, and as you are, you do map out more of the.
Oh, damn, there's a big ass lake.
There is. There is indeed.
This feels like Breath of the Wild.
Is it a lake or is it like,
Except
boiling
good.
acid?
Except good.
I have opinions on Breath of the Wild, and they're very different than other people's. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
All right. I assume because there's a lake, you kind of veer over a little bit to kind of get a better idea of the lake, and it is in fact a lake.
Seeing as we don't have to worry about Dr. Ink running off and jumping into it and who knows what happening.
That's true. You do not.
Yeah, we probably would have. I would have left some sort of note or something behind to
Okay.
give them an idea of where we went.
Okay. Just south of the lake, you do know there is a burned out valley surrounding the lake. Most of the vegetation around the southern and eastern shore of the lake have been wiped out by rivers of lava and drifting ash. As it's clear that the peaks of flame have had quite an impact on this area, and this is now, you decide to refer to it as the Valley of Embers.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And Azaka, you know that it is Lake Luo? Sure, we'll call it that. Yep. So that is this lake in the middle of Chult. All right. So, okay. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Ugh. Thought I had to sneeze. Okay, so you are just kind of on the outskirts of the lake, headed to Nangalore.
Did we do all that in one day?
No, you guys have rested.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because just I would be hunting, so we don't have to keep eating weird jerky.
Okay.
We could make new, differently weird jerky.
Differently weird jerky. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, you do notice that this map does seem to be turning out quite well. And I'll actually even give you that section as you kind of make your way back to Nangalore. And as you do, let's see, let me remind here. All right. So, just as a little bit of a memory back to what was in Nangalore. Nangalore was actually the garden. It was Kursabal that had the temple of with the Aarakocra.
Oh, this is where the former queen of Onu
Right.
lives.
Yep.
Oh, right. The one whose servants tried to turn some of us to stone. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right. I misspoke on that.
But you
Oh,
know
good.
that going this way will, help you to avoid the heart of Uptown.
I will, on one of the days we travel, message Val and tell her Soulmonger's been destroyed. The Lich escaped. No idea where the phylactery is. And none of us died.
Congratulations on not dying. Especially before the curse was broken. It's too bad about the phylactery and the Lich getting away. Good luck. And that's all that you get back from her.
That's all I'm ever gonna tell her.
Okay.
I don't have any means of keeping an eye on her other than messaging her every day. So.
Alright. So are you, since the Aarakocra temple was your original plan, are you moving on to Cursabal?
Oh, might as well.
Okay.
They're friendly.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think we have to go that way anyway?
It kind of follows the river, I believe.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any real way across the river except for like a bridge to the north.
Alright. So you continue making your way to Cursabal. Now, Cursabal was the Aarakocra temple or monastery overlooking the jungle, perched up on the tall plateau. And yes, there was the bird folk that lived there. Okay. So as you arrive back,
As we're
wait a minute. What? Hold on. I just had the extra life notification go off. We just got an additional $195 donation to Extra Life. We've officially hit our $2,000 goal.
All right, congratulations!
Holy moly! Thank you to whomever just did that. I greatly appreciate it, and that is crazy.
It's because it's a good weekend for that.
It is a good weekend for that.
My mom's birthday was yesterday. My sister-in-law's is tomorrow. Dylan's is Monday. It's got a bunch of other people in the family.
Birthday buddies. Yep.
Birthday buddies.
Yep. Wow.
Speaking of birthdays, you want to know something?
What?
Lost Player's birthday is Tuesday, just to let you know.
Nice.
Cool.
Dylan, Cooper's almost your birthday buddy too. Wow. Okay.
Oh, speaking of kids, I'll be looking around for some kind of basically pot to show me out if we have to fly somewhere.
Okay.
Would I assume I would know something like that.
Potentially. Give me a
Considering-
investigation check to see if you can find some though.
Not survival or whatever.
Nope.
I'll help if you need some help.
She's good. She's good. You do find some within the area around Nangalore as you are traveling. You do find some. Not a whole lot. It seems that there was not a big plant supply here, but enough that most likely you will be okay.
If we have to fly for extended period of time, I just want enough so I don't freak out and try and jump off. Really worse.
Okay. All right. So with that, you arrive at Cursabal and you are greeted by the some of the people you had met there before, and you are immediately taken to the leader of the community known as Ashara, sorry. And they say, well, welcome back. Did you solve the problem that you had come here to solve?
I would say partially. We feel like we've destroyed the death curse, but the Lich is still alive. Or dead alive? Alive, dead?
He escaped, but the Soulmonger and the undead god baby have been destroyed. So, 2 out of 3, not bad. Also, we have no leads on the phylactery, so we're hoping when we get back to Port Nanzuru, we'll have something to go off of.
Well, that is wonderful. I see that
Hello?
two of your people are different
still there?
than they were.
Hello?
Susan's muted. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Uh.
I hit the wrong button. So what happens when you key bind the mute button? Huh.
I was like, did my power go out?
Is anybody there?
You notice that they kind of seem to be looking your group over, and specifically kind of looking at Red Fang, and you see Red Fang, you see this older Aarakocra, and they walk over to you and they say, "Welcome, my child."
Oh, thank you.
I
And
am
I
glad.
will do a,
Good.
but it's a bow with way too many flourishes. Let's see how bad it goes.
Okay. Let's see, indeed.
So bad.
About as good as you thought it was gonna. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tried to do something where I flew around in a circle and then did a somersault, but I kind of tripped over my own tail and crashed on the ground. Probably took some damage. But yeah, and then at the end of it, like, oh, well met.
You see that, she thinks that you get the feeling she thinks that you did it on purpose, as she kind of gives you a little clap to go with it. And she says,
100% on purpose. Oh!
"Didn't you have a couple other party members with you the last time you were here?"
Well, we did. They've separated from us, and we weren't really positive which way they went. I'm assuming you haven't seen them yourself, have you?
I have not. I'm glad to hear that they are that they did not perish during the fight. Then that is good. I have not not seen any of them since the last time that you were here. But I will let my people know to be on the lookout for them. Were they to follow you?
We were hoping that if they weren't following us, that they'd already somehow moved ahead of us on their journey. But I appreciate that. Yeah, if you could keep an eye out and let them know that we're
that
safe
is
and
wonderful.
sound here.
Okay, I will definitely let my people know. And you notice that she seems to get the attention of a younger Aarakocra that was standing like in the doorway of her house, and with very short comment, you see the Aarakocra, the younger one, takes off and seems to go spread the word, looking for, to be on the lookout for your other party members. All right. Okay. She kind of says, all right. Well, you are more than welcome to stay here and rest, as our guests. You will, yes, just make sure that if you need to recuperate or heal up or anything, just let us know. We will help to the best of our ability.
Oh, well, thank you. Have you been having any more troubles with the pterodactyl folk?
We have
Or
not.
folk? That's good.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you kill enough of them, they start to get the clue. You know?
Well, yes, that tends to be the way of the jungle, that is for sure. But we appreciate the help that you have done. Just let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you.
Are we in the air or are we on the ground?
So this is on a very tall plateau. But you are within the house of the
Okay, is it a tree house or is it on solid ground?
solid ground.
Solid ground.
Thank you.
Solid ground.
We had to do a lot of like hop, skip, and jumps to get there,
Mhm.
but yeah, we.
Well, there
Yeah.
was the staircase that you guys had helped to repair.
Yeah, that's why we had to climb in the first place, because everything
Mhm.
was beat to shit.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
the
that's
terrafolk
right.
kept
Yes.
attacking.
That's right. We spent a few days fixing the place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Food that's not jerky.
No,
Beds to sleep in for at least
definitely.
a day or two. Anybody need like new boots? Cause it's been a lot.
All of your clothing and all of your stuff does look really rough.
Yeah. Even my magic self-repairing clothes.
Well, not your magic self-repairing clothes, but like
Yeah.
your boots that are not magically self-repairing and stuff. That they do
Yeah,
look pretty
like
rough.
our packs and everything. Pretty rough.
Hearing this for the first time, Redfang is going to turn to Eureka and be like, I knew it. I knew you were doing something to cheat. You look great every morning, and the rest of us look like shit. And it felt like you were cheating. This explains it.
I knew I go traveling and I go into dusty old tombs and ruins. I have clothes that self-repair, okay? And I have offered prestidigitation to everybody to be clean.
It's cheating. It's both brilliant and cheating. I can't
Mhm.
decide
Mhm.
if I'm jealous.
I mean, I
or
always need
simply
to buy new
upset.
boots and waterproof holsters for spellbooks and notebooks and stuff.
You wizards are always thinking 12 steps ahead.
Oh no,
I'm
I've
assuming we
met
probably have
some.
enough leather from jerky to make some small
There's
repairs.
a whole process that goes into leather making.
So I'm gonna,
We couldn't do it on the
after a
move.
bit, I'm gonna break away from the group and I'm gonna write in my chicken scratch handwriting on my little memo note to self. When we get back into town, look into self-repairing, healing, clothes.
It's literally it's like traveling clothes of mending or something. It's literally.
I'm not talking to you right now. Just shouts over his shoulder. Like, this is real busy. It's like, you can tell there's not anger here. It's more just self-disappointment. But yeah,
I mean, they're not even like fancy clothes. They're literally traveler's clothes. So
don't tell me how easy it was to acquire. That's just making it worse.
I don't actually know how much they would be because it was just the starting magic item we got to pick from last season.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you
I
got
can't
the
take it anymore. I go outside to take a win.
You got wings, and I got magic clothes that don't get ruined. You can fly. You can fly for free, and I have clothes that reject dirt and tears.
Hey, well, it's better than me. I got this orb that predicts the weather. Guess what? It's Cholt. It sucks. That's the weather report today.
You hear a chuckle coming from like outside, and then just a screaming sound.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes. By the way, Araxis DM inspiration. That was good.
Thanks.
That was real good.
Morning
All
weather
right.
report. It'll suck. Okay.
It's gonna suck. Yep. Yep. That is pretty much the weather report for Chol. Yep.
Hot,
Always.
it's humid, and a side of death.
Right. And I'm pretty certain I ran out of insect repellent salve a good month ago.
I'm
so
sure we
I could
did.
really need some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I imagine they've got to have it. They live here. If they don't have it, they're stupid.
I mean, again, not wrong.
They're also bird people.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So you guys are able to get a little bit of downtime, as it were. And in doing so, you are able to spend some more time transferring spells and the like into your spellbook, Rika.
Yes.
And you notice as you are going through one of the spell books that this person must have been either dragonborn themselves or potentially they were a dragon or something, as you find a bunch of draconic specific spells.
Huh. Like it's in Draconic, or you can only do it if you have dragon blood?
So, as in they are spells from Fizzbands.
Oh. Thank you,
Wow.
Susan.
I was
Uh-huh.
gonna guess that, but what a spin!
Uh-huh.
Hey, yeah, you'll have to send me a list of...
I'm already adding them to your spell sheet.
Oh, you're just adding them. That's so nice.
And so, well, when you get there's this one spell, and when you finally figure it out and you've transferred it over to your spellbook, it's really cool. It's also really coolly should not be anything that Dr. Ink can have, because it's quite literally called Mischief.
No.
It is, yes. Yes. And
I feel like that's something Dr. Ink should have cast on her the morning after she got like raging drunk.
You can quite literally potentially make it smell like apple pie, or flowers, or you can make a person begin giggling, or, and this is my favorite one. You can make drops of molasses hover in the air, making it difficult terrain to within. It's everything happens in a 20-foot cube. Yeah. So, the rest of you, Azaka especially, Rika will tell you about this spell and about how, and how it works and all this stuff. And you do make that comment that you just did, that maybe one of these days after Dr. Ink has been drunk, you should do that and make it smell like apple pie or something. Let's see what happens. All right. So then,
I could just throw her into the ocean again.
You could do that. That is a thing you could do. All right. Okay. And so Yes, so you do get a few more of your spells to get put into your spell book.
Excellent. Some of those look very interesting.
You do also see that there's some that have more of a Fey background to it. This high level wizard that you had heard about, and so you learn a couple of spells from Tasha. Yeah.
Yeah, some of those components though are gonna be.
I mean, there's that.
They're not impossible to acquire considering how much money we found, and I have all those very important historical tomes that are worth shit tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. Yep. So, I mean, I didn't say I was going to just give you all of the super cool things.
No, I imagine
I'm gonna make it hard.
We found all kinds of interesting shinies.
You did.
That can be modified to suit various purposes for everybody.
Yep.
Or if they can't be modified, can be sold to buy things that are what we need.
Yes.
That's for when we get to Port Nanzaru. Provided we don't fall in the river and drown before we get there.
I mean, technically, yes. Alright. Okay. So, is there, okay. Let's see here. Is there anything else, or anything you guys would like to do, before you, or here within, Crucible?
Is there anything we need to do?
No,
they've been so helpful. Weren't they having trouble, or didn't they lose a patrol or something? I'm vaguely remembering. It's been months. Up north.
They did, yes. Yes, they did.
They still need help with that.
They learned that from a report that party was officially lost.
I have something that I meant to do a long time ago.
What?
I would have asked you guys to, when we get back to civilization, not be like, hey, look, she's a were-tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Figured that was a given.
What happens in Omu stays in Omu. I'm not discussing too much of that. We all have our own embarrassing moments and things that we would rather not disclose. So yes, your secret's safe with me, Azaka.
Yeah, I figured. Thanks.
You know what? Actually, Azaka, not only do I have a habit of not spilling the beans on my companions, but if we're playing fast up, something you need once we get back to the city, you guys not tell people that you know someone named Red Fang or a tiefling with a fiery sword?
Why?
Ooh, do you have a code name? Are you a spy?
Are you a wanted man?
It's closer to that, Rika.
Because you did something good? Or because you did something bad?
Did you screw over your allies and kill them or turn them into the cops or something?
Both of those things are interesting in the way that they possibly touch on what happened, but all I'll say is Judge me on the capacity that I have behaved with you. Just know that, as when I joined you, I told you that Val had sent me. Just keep in mind that there was a reason why I was indebted. And the person that helped me with that help would not be so useful if my name was presented once we get to the big town. So if you see me wearing a hood, just take it as of course. Zaka has her circumstances, I have mine. And
Fair
I
enough.
think
I totally said
we'll be
that
fine.
because I couldn't think of anything that would have been farther from what you would do.
But yeah, it starts to look a little nervous.
Like,
But
hi,
yeah,
you're my
no.
best friend. Oh, you're walking over there. Stab, stab, stab. Don't think
No.
you're like that.
No,
Yes, as
nothing
far as
like
I'm
that.
concerned, you're my brother, and that's how I'll refer to you unless you point out otherwise.
Yeah, man, Fang buddies. Things gotta stick together.
Well, I appreciate it. It's not a big deal. And just thank you. And he goes up to take a whiz.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was okay.
Oh,
I know you're picking spells, but I
Silly
wanted
dogs.
Okay.
to. Oh, do you want to take a break then, darling? For a
All
hot
right.
second?
Let's go ahead and just do that. All right, we will be back in just a few minutes. See you then. All right. All right. Welcome on back to DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. Our adventuring party has made it out of the Tomb of the Nine Trickster Gods. Sorry. Tor just threw me off. She comes walking over here very purposefully and comes and puts a Lego on my computer. Apparently, it was on the floor. Apparently, we haven't played with Legos in forever. I don't even know. Alright. Okay. Not since I made my microphone stand out of Legos. Alright. So, let's see here. So you guys have made your way from the lost city of Omu to the Aarakocra monastery known as Cursabal, and you have gotten some downtime in a nice quiet place, and you were able to rest up to get meals that were not just rations and jerky, or whatever you could hunt. And you feel much better. You feel rested and replenished. And so what would you like to do? What do you want to do, I should say?
Well, they have that missing group, right?
They do, but they have received word that group was found dead.
Oh.
Yep.
Did whatever killed them get taken care of?
It did.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now that I know it's an option, let's just jump to the port.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you continue your trek
In the
back.
interest of Kane's sanity, let's go shopping now.
Okay. Alright. So...
Oh, wait.
What?
I'm gonna make Anna proud. In Horizon Zero Dawn, we'll go to the campfire and choose fast travel.
I love that game.
Oi.
Answer off by saying, "Let's teleport to the shrine and port the answer."
Hey, look, here's a fire. Ooh, look,
All things in
not a
balance.
new fire.
Apparently. Alright, so...
It is a really good game. I can't
It
wait for the
is a-
sequel.
It is a really good game.
They just had a new trailer that showed a bunch of new robo-dinosaurs. Well, actually, there's a giant robot snake and, like, a robot, like, otter thing and, like, a
Aw, an
plesiosaur.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I mean, it's gonna try to eat your face.
Yeah.
Well, until you make a friend out of it, then it,
If you can make a friend out of it.
I
Yes.
used to love running
Alright.
around with the little saber-tooths as my friends, just attacking everything. They were fun.
Alright, with that, you fast travel your way to Port Danzaru, and you make it safely to the port city in Schultz, the largest city in Schultz, the hub city in Schultz. And when you get
She's-
back here, you notice that things seem to be moving just like they were before. You don't see any specific, changes or the like since you have dealt with this soulmonger. However, as you find rooms for the evening and set up and start the process of figuring out what to do and how to
Wouldn't we
go about
report to the
Uh-huh.
state?
Okay. You can head back to the prince's estate where your benefactor was staying. And you are able to find that Syndra is still there. However, She looks to be feeling a whole lot better. She doesn't look quite as drained and as quite as much of on death's door as she did when you started this. You are very surprised in all actuality to even see her still standing, as she was in really rough shape when she hired you.
Oh, good. So we did complete the task before it was too late. Thank Maliki. That's wonderful.
You did, yes. And I greatly appreciate that you have done so. It is truly a miracle that you were able to take care of the curse. What was it that was causing all of this? I know that there had to have been something, but what was it that was causing all of this trouble?
Well, I don't know. I'm a
There's
simple soldier. To me, it was just a big ugly baby on top of a giant
jar of
tank.
souls.
Yeah.
Some
Wait,
kind
wait, what?
undead god baby. Somebody
Undead
tried to-
god baby. Okay.
There's a word for it that Rika knows, but Anna can't remember because Anna's very tired. But yeah, and did we ever figure out there was a lich that showed up after we killed the baby, and that was Asarak.
That was
Yeah.
Atherak.
Yeah.
And
He's a big dick. That's for sure.
And he ran away because we were kicking his ass. He didn't like his bath. Little grody, so I gave him a lava bath.
Brilliant move. Brilliant move.
Mhm.
Should have been there. That was awesome.
So he ran like a bitch while I was bleeding out on the floor. But you know,
It's a tropol. Atropol?
Atropol. Okay.
That's the word you were looking for. She says, you gave a lich a bath in lava.
Well, yes, I was using my giant magic hand to punch the baby. And when the baby died, all that was left to punch was the lich. So I just scooped him up like an angry cat and dunked him in lava. That's what it does.
Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose.
I mean,
huh?
don't need to do anything fancy.
That's...
He looked super grody, and he was trying to murder us all. That lightning looked real bad. He did stop time for a minute after his lava bath.
Well, I have to say, you
undead god baby
it was getting
punching.
pretty harsh there. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
pretty...
it was. I mean, it could have gone either way, but we were kicking his butt a little bit there. He was the one that ran away.
He ran away.
We did not find his phylactery in the tomb, and he did teleport away. No idea where.
Well,
so he's still out there, but we have no idea where to begin looking. So.
Oh, and where are my manners? We did pick up a few friends along the way. Lady Sylvain. Azaka here was a tremendous help in guiding us from the port down to Obu, and my brother here we ran into down there also, and he was a great help also.
You see this woman turn to both of you, and she says, well, your aid is greatly appreciated, as it seems that you definitely had your hands full in dealing with this, but you have been successful. The death curse, it seems to be lifted, and I greatly appreciate that. Oh, look, he gives another flourishing bow, and Yeah, this time you actually fall down and then kind of pick yourself back up.
Don't mind Joe. Sometimes he gets a little top heavy.
The whole
It's hard to be
Yes.
discreet when you're so bad at bowing. But I'm gonna try and keep my hooded face that way.
Okay.
And but yeah, totally embarrassing. Not performing well for
I
our group.
will pull out the unfinished map and say we haven't quite finished mapping it out yet because we needed to report and resupply before venturing back out there, but filled out a good chunk of it, found the lost city of Omu, and
You found the city of Omu?
yeah, and then I made some sketches and maps of the tomb, and we found lots of books in a library in one of the tombs. And I'll start unpacking all the tomes, the priceless historical tomes that
Okay.
have been shoved in our backpacks for like 3 weeks.
You did collect quite a few of these things, didn't you?
Right.
Oh, jeez.
You see as you
I did try to
are-
make sure that it wasn't in the same bags as the jerky.
Right. Yeah, and
Well-
like I'll pull out my Omu specific sketchbook where I did like maps and drawings and made notes about shit we found. Be like, it was incredible. Everything about it was a nightmare, but it was pretty cool.
It was a pretty cool nightmare? Oh, okay.
I mean, like the the knowledge we gained was pretty cool, but some of that knowledge was also that Chult is a fucking nightmare.
It is definitely...
Outside of this city, not great. Gonna be honest with the chief.
Oh, well, and you see, like, as she's looking over this pile of books that you have brought,
It's lots. It's
Yeah.
lots of books.
but you just see her eyes just go huge.
Mhm.
And, you know,
I know what I
as...
found.
yeah.
Most
you...
of these only exist as references in references to other things.
And you see her grab one of the books and she says, "You're right, I've only seen this one ever referenced in the book." What?
Like
I
we're
didn't think
reasonably
it
certain
existed.
this tome existed once upon a time. This is probably literally the only copy in existence, and it's right here. And you can say that about 90% of these books.
That is...
Somebody's getting tenure when she goes back to the university.
Oh, they're gonna build a statue of me and Dr. Ink. Are you kidding me? I mean,
With Dr. Jones being crushed under your boots.
he doesn't get to be there. He can't be there.
You see her, and you immediately recognize the look that she's got on her face as one of complete and utter jealousy.
I mean, you're the one that brought us here. You get credit too.
I
mean, we're making copies of these bitches, and these are going in like a vault somewhere, so the originals don't get lost again.
I know the perfect place for them, actually. If you are not opposed to it, there is a library back on the Sword Coast that would be quite a safe place for this.
Which one? Would I know which one she's probably referring to?
Monday night.
The Monday night table, yes, Candlekeep.
Candlekeep. Ooh. Yeah. I would know that that's probably a good place to put them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Definitely. And we need to make like 1 billion copies of these things, because, oh man, it's literally the discovery of several lifetimes.
Agreed. It most definitely is that. I can't believe they actually exist.
Right? Right?
That is
I
quite...
mean, detailed histories on the founding of fucking Jolt. Not just Omu, but the first people that ever showed up on this continent. Like, shit, man.
You notice that she's just like, she is just holding a
Doesn't want to
couple
like
of
touch
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in really good shape, all things considering. Like, and we were as careful as we could be bringing these back.
Would you mind if I were to hold on to them for you? Just for safety's sake, I have a
I imagine that the prince's residence is a lot safer than whatever inn we're gonna stay at.
that is my thought as well, especially if anyone knows.
And between your noble connections and my university connections, getting these cataloged and reprinted and stored safely, it's gonna take a long fucking time.
That's why I'm thinking perhaps Candlekeep would be the best place for these, as they would.
No, definitely.
They would be the
don't
ones.
Really trust anybody else.
Yes.
We'll give them to them, and they will disappear.
Well, they will make copies of them to be able to be distributed and make it so that this information can be shared with the upcoming, or the next generation, as it were. And so that those of us that have studied and tried to study the history of Chult will actually be able to know the true history of such a interesting and diverse place as it is. But before you go, I mean, you have gone above and beyond my wildest dreams with your and you see, like, she is completely thrown by, as she keeps, like, she'll put one book down and pick up another one.
And do, like, a double take at the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, like, I walked into this library, ma'am, and oh, my heart literally stopped. I mean, I literally started dumping shit out of my bag to make room for these things. We cleared it out.
She smiles at you, knowing that she would have done exactly the same thing. And she says, well, I do, I did promise you each a thing, and, those are by far yours to keep now. But I believe that, perhaps, having gone above and beyond, this might be appropriate, a time as well. And you see that she does this gesture, and you see a bag appear in her hand, and looks very much like a very, very elaborately designed bag of holding. And she says, she kind of looks at each of you and says, now I assume that you have found enough coins and the like to, well, make yourselves well off enough within the tombs, but is it safe to assume that you found some items of magical properties as well?
Yeah, they were possessed and cursed, a lot of them.
There's a few helpful things we found along the way.
We did, yeah.
Well, is there anything that you were hoping to find that you didn't, in fact, find? And I will preface this with anything that is common or uncommon.
Okay, I gotta check the rarity on some things.
I just want to point that one out.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Anna.
Everybody will get one
It's not
common
just-
or uncommon magic item from her.
Everybody. Like, I don't actually know the.
Like, literally, you said the thing I was thinking.
Oh my goodness!
Is that Sean?
It was Sean.
Oh yes, Sean
Happy
got ninja
birthday, dude.
stars.
Happy birthday,
At least it's happy
Sean!
birthday.
Happy birthday!
All right. Okay. Just so you know, Dr. Ink, you and Jericho are MIA right now. As when you all got transported out of the tomb, you showed up for half a second, and then when the party looked around, you were nowhere to be found. All right. So,
Alrighty then.
yeah. So you are currently MIA. But
I've decided it's just super secret warlock training.
yes, super secret.
Please.
All right. So, with that, if there is anything specifically that any of you would like to have that is of common or uncommon rarity,
I gotta think about this.
well, one of your things was on the list.
If I can get something for free too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Tor had a shopping list for Azaka, and one of the things that she had on the list is the rarity is the correct type.
It was like 4 things.
Yes,
Favorite magic item.
it is your favorite magic
What
item.
is your favorite magic item?
Bag of holding.
I was gonna say, Anna, you should
Oh.
know this.
Right.
this is
no.
Not
no.
Azaka's favorite. It is Tori's favorite magic item.
It's like my purse, but you can find things.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really thinking an animated shoe would be great. But that's probably a little too valuable for what we've done. Yeah, bag of holding would be kind of cool though, or maybe an alchemy jug. Boy, I gotta think about that.
A decanter of endless water is uncommon.
It is.
I'm going through looking at things.
Okay. And you notice, like, she starts to pull out items.
Just
Like
straight up stuff.
stuff. Yeah, you see that she seems to kind of things that she thinks you might be interested in. Mm-hmm. She looks over at Joe, and with a smile, she says, "I see that." And you notice that she's looking at the hilt of your sword. She says, "I see that your sword seems to have some runic designs on it. So maybe not a good item for you, but is there anything that I can help you to repay your assistance to this party that I had gotten together?"
You're gonna hear those of you in the party is gonna hear Red Fang adopt what is obvious to you. Really, like, he's trying to do that thing where he lowers the voice by an octave and sound raspy. It's not impressive because you've heard him speak, but you know, you get the gist. And here goes Batman impression.
Okay, ready, go.
If you don't mind, I would be greatly appreciative if you could. Starts coughing because this is hard for him. He's like destroying his voice box. But eventually he gets across like the desire for a certain item, which I will whisper to you.
Okay, whisper away. I like whispers. All right. And you kind of see that she turns to each of you. Okay, I have to. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that's a good one. I'm okay with that.
On a headband of intellect.
She already has a 19 intelligence.
I'm at
I just
20.
can't believe that it's.
The right rarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Uh huh.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because I have the amulet of health.
Mm-hmm. Red Fang, you see, as you mention this item that you would like, she walks over and opens up a cabinet door, and you see a suit of armor, and as well as other pieces of armor within this this cabinet. This, like, it's kind of like the old-fashioned, like, what is it called? Armoire. That's the word I'm looking for. Where it's the suit of armor is kind of, taking up most of this cabinet, and you see that it is a lot shinier than your traditional plate armor, but it is done in that same style. But it is very shiny.
All right. So this is a good time for a performance check to see how good a bow we can do.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if I trip over my tail 3 times in a row. It's better, but not.
It's
by
better.
Much.
You seem to you seem to just kind of be awestruck that not only does she have, one suit of very shiny armor, but she has multiple pieces of very shiny armor in this cabinet.
So it's a very traditional bow that you see Red Fang attempt to execute, a warrior bow. But those of you who have ventured with him longer than 30 seconds know that Red Fang doesn't typically move in that jerky of emotion. It just comes off as very awkward for him. But at the end of it, you hear the gravelly Batman voice under a hood, but while I am not worthy, I am appreciative of this blessing. May Cholt continue to flourish.
It will with your help. And she hands you, well, she points it out. You get to get it yourself because she is not. I mean, she looks better than she did at the very beginning of this adventure, but she's still not. She's still a very elderly woman, who has been sick for a very long time. So she's not going to be picking up any armor to carry it to you. So she looks at Lob and says, "My friend, what could I do? What could I give you that would help to repay this debt for going above and beyond what I asked?"
Oh, damn, that's rare. Sorry.
Well, the tribe that I go to has a particular item that they give out, but since I went on this journey, I did not retrieve it. I suppose did you know anything about it?
What item are you referring to? Perhaps that I have one.
Well, you know any druids, you should know that we have a special sickle that glitters like the moon itself.
Ah, yes, I do. I do know exactly what you are talking about. Yes, and actually I had a very, very close friend that was a druid and carried one of those with them everywhere that they went. And you see her stick her hand in this bag, and she's clearly thinking about this item, and nothing comes out. And you see she stops, and she sticks her hand back in the bag again, and she eventually pulls out this weapon, and you see she has this just look of she shakes her head, just kind of a well duh moment on her face, and she says, you know, I mean, I love magic, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there's just, I wish that it could be a little more vague when you wanted to pull something out of this bag. Apparently she was thinking about the wrong color of thing or whatever it was, but it was not specific enough to be received as identifying the item that she wanted out of the bag. All right. So with that, Azaka, she turns to you and says, "What could I do to help you to repay the kindness that you have shown them, and since you are still with them and you've gotten them not only through the jungle but through the jungle and back, what can I do to make it up to you?"
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that can make me not afraid of falling and flying and stuff.
Okay.
Like the Ring of Featherfall?
I've heard of these winged boots that'll help you
what?
fly.
I don't know what rarity it is. I just saw it while I was scrolling down. There's literally a Ring of Featherfall. Feather falling.
It's a rare item.
God damn it. Yeah.
I think winged boots might help you feel more confident if you're at heights.
But I don't know what rarity that is.
I think
It's
winged boots
uncommon.
are uncommon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thing is, one of the reasons is because I can't. Falling damage hurts me fully, as opposed to the other stuff that I can kind of lessen.
She kind of looks at you, and she, seeing the response of your whole party as you're having this discussion out loud, she looks at you, and you see her reach over to her own hand and pull off a ring and says,
Oh.
"You were not here at the beginning, so you did not receive anything from me at the start. Please take this as my thanks." And it is a ring of feather falling.
What? Thank you so very much.
A half-dressed Red Fang shouts across the room, "Congrats, Azaka!"
I give a bow about as good as Red Fang did.
Give me a performance
I'm
check.
sure yours is better. Oh, no, it's not.
It's not better. Yep. Not better.
I like how Azaka is honoring our verbal pacts. Fangs stick together.
Uh-huh. So, you get the feeling that this item was actually her personal item, the ring, and the rest of you are kind of,
I
she's
haven't picked anything yet.
no,
so-
I'm aware.
Yeah.
She's got all of this other magic item stuff, but that specific ring was hers. As it's clear that she totally and completely understands the whole, I don't want to fall and take damage.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I won't always be there to
Falling
cast.
hurts.
I won't always
Mhm.
be there to cast Featherfall.
It does indeed hurt, yes.
Oh, good luck at Rivazaka. I'm your bodyguard for life.
She's coming back
Yeah.
to university with you.
I have heard all about how other places are better than here. I'm not staying here.
Hmm.
She will figure out how to do the whole, get in the bag of holding without needing to breathe thing, just so she can get away.
I just borrowed the necklace of adaptation.
There you go.
The person I'm trying to.
Alright.
Did we find a necklace of adaptation? Or no, that was the benefit one of the creepy dolls gave me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it was a charm of some kind.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was temporary. It was like for 24
was.
hours.
It was. Alright, so Araxis, what have you decided?
I humbly wonder. It might be too much to ask, but any chance you have maybe a cloak of protection in that wonderful bag of yours?
Of course. That is definitely something that we could get for you. And she doesn't pull it out of the bag, but she walks over to that cabinet that you saw her pull the armor out of, and you see hanging in the back several cloaks. As she pulls one.
The Cloak of Protection is uncommon, but the Ring of Protection is rare.
It's kind of rare. It's kind of funny, isn't it?
Mhm.
That's what was so bizarre.
Basically the same item.
It's literally the same item. Well, it does the same thing, but
One's a little bit more.
Yeah,
one's bigger.
one is shiny.
Yeah, they're different attunement slots too.
Right.
One is
'cause
shiny.
I technically have 2 things I'm attuned to: my Wand of the War Mage and my Amulet of Health.
Mm-hmm. Araxis, you see as she hands you this cloak, it is truly magical. You see that when she pulled it out of the cabinet, it looked as if it were black, but the closer you look at it, it almost looks like it is a deep, deep, deep blue.
Oh, this is wonderful. Does it match my complexion?
It looks
Throw it
good with
over
your
and-
complexion.
Looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll cherish this always.
Thank you for your assistance. Okay. So that just leaves you then, I suppose. And I know that it is quite difficult to decide what you would like. It is quite the difficult task when you are given such things. So many choices.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things to pick from, and I don't think there's a bad one among them. But
Well, I can promise you that my items are not cursed.
I would really hope they weren't.
No, they are not.
Trying to remember the order the words are in, so I don't go too far down. You have a Stone of Good Luck.
I do. I do, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah, that +1 to ability checks and saving throws.
It is. Alright. So is that what you would like?
Everything else is too high a rarity, and somebody else already grabbed the Cloak of Protection, which is the other thing I was looking at.
I have more than one. If you'd like that
I know,
instead.
but like +1 to AC versus +1 to ability checks. Because I get +1 to all saving throws no matter what. But, well, does the cloak go in addition to mage armor or not?
Yes.
Okay, so bump me up to a 16 AC.
Yep.
But a +1 to all ability checks and saving throws versus +1 to saving throws and +1 to AC.
While you are deciding on this, you notice that she asks about your other 2 party members. Jesus, I thought that didn't you have 2 others that were with you?
Yes, Dr. Ink and Jericho are conducting religious rituals at the moment.
Interesting.
They will catch up to us eventually, I hope.
Well,
As I don't want to speak for them.
I would hate to speak for him myself, but boy, I bet Dr. Ink would love an alchemy jug.
She might also like one of the very nice cloaks that help rogues out for like stealth stuff. Yeah, there's when you do things other than spellcast, you have more hands-on abilities. There's some really nice like gloves and shit. Yeah.
okay. So yes, what was that, Tor?
Plus, if we get her away from Cholt, in theory, she'll stop drinking.
Yeah, in theory, she'll stop drinking. In theory. Okay. All right. So then, why don't we do this, Anna? Why don't you think about what you want and go from there? We're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. She's going to tell you that if there is anything else that you need from her to find her here at the Prince's Manor. And with that, is there anything that you guys would like to purchase or do within the town of Port Nanzaru?
Well, I'm gonna ask a request for someone.
Oh?
I want someone to fasten me I like to say a necklace but on the necklace it would be a gray that looks like a dragon.
Okay.
And
non-magical, correct?
no, not magical, but so make it your finest materials, and I give them the goals for of what that material will be.
Okay. Okay. For that, you would be looking at 10 gold.
Okay.
It's it's pretty good quality. You notice that it is exactly what you did request. The exact item.
Alright, thanks, Susan. I will. So pay with the goal of the material and for the necklace.
Okay, Azaka, you had things that you were wishing to do now that you are back at Port Nanzaru?
I want to buy a bag of holding. I want to get some of the fancy clothes that Rika has. Me and Fang are gonna go get
clothes of mending.
By the time we got to town, I forgot that was something I was supposed to save money for. I'll get it next time.
Yeah, clothes of mending.
Okay.
How are we? How much money did we get for the books, or are we?
So you have not gotten paid for the books yet.
Yeah.
Because
I figured we'd all split that
like
evenly.
16,000 gold each at the end of the tomb, right?
We need to sell those first because all of my purchases revolve on making that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
amongst all the other things, you ended up with 16,000 gold each.
1,000?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah.
Not 100?
Nope.
Oh, well, shit. You guys are getting a nicer Christmas present.
Yeah, I've got spell components I need to commission.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a statue of a dragon worth 500 gold, like a flower made out of like metals.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch. I'll have to
Yep. Figure out the
like,
cost of it.
yeah, I will
Mm-hmm.
do that. And I'm also going to commission like waterproof like holsters for my spellbook,
Okay.
so I don't ever have to worry about that. I'm also going to take the luck stone from her.
Okay.
And when you go commission your waterproof things, I'm gonna go see if they can make me a
Bag of holding.
collar or something that I can hang the bag of holding on that I can then wear in tiger form.
Okay.
So I don't have to just
Right.
drop all my shit and then...
Yeah, I would also try to probably find a bag of holding somewhere. Yeah.
That's on all of our shopping lists.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many bags, so much holding. Yep.
Right.
Or
The
like
port
handy
cabinet.
haversacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got time. We can chill and wait for them to make shit.
You can.
And then I was going to see. I know this is a bit of a stretch, because I already have a Wand of the War Mage, but I kind of want to see if I can't find a slightly better one that's not from a shitty necromancer.
Okay.
I'm probably not, but
Okay.
maybe just a swap for one that doesn't look, because I got it from one of the lieutenants in
You
the
did.
tomb, so it's
Mhm.
probably all decked out in like grody skulls and stuff.
It is.
Not my aesthetic at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can go and find one that is very very plain compared to the artwork and decor of this one that you bring in. But it is of the same rarity and same type.
Can I trade it?
You
I'll
can
offer the-
trade it plus 100 gold.
Why not? Yeah.
Oh, Susan,
Uh-huh.
since I still have that much gold, I also want to make another purchase.
Okay.
And I know this could be a big deal, but if it helps, it helps.
Okay.
I like the way you're thinking there, Lob.
That's fair.
Can't do that particular one, but that's a great item to have. Yeah.
All right.
If
Okay.
we ever face another necromancer, we'd be well prepared for it. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay. So, you guys can find bags of holding. Based on the fact you guys are in Chult, these bags of holding are 75 gold each. Super plain.
I'm gonna get more than one.
No, never carry two. I heard a story about somebody that accidentally put one in another one. It was not a good situation.
No, you can carry two, you just can't combine them.
Alright.
One's gonna be for food or whatever, and one's gonna be like regular.
Ooh, maybe like one of those bag of colding where it keeps stuff cold. That would be nice.
That would be awesome.
You would just be living in there if you were in Chult.
So I want those things.
Mhm.
The other thing that possibly could become a thing at some point, I'll save some money for that.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go and up and reverse pickpocket money into everybody else's pouches so they can buy whatever they need. And I'm gonna go to a fancy bookshop and give them like 2,000 gold for all their fancy paper and inks and stuff for Rico.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking, like, I didn't realize how expensive it is to scry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a one-time purchase, theoretically.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So you are able to go and spend probably the next week or so going through and getting the items that you wanted made and or acquired and the like.
Yeah, I would probably go to the smithy and have plate barding made for my horse.
Okay.
So, the thing about your magic horse is if it dies, it drops the barding, and now you have to carry the barding.
Yeah, that's why I got a bag of holding.
Can you get it into the bag of holding?
Yeah,
Is
the
it-
barding breaks apart into smaller pieces. I could put it in there. It's
Fair
the
enough.
bag of holding will hold like 5 minutes.
I say that because we had this problem when my brother played a paladin and his horse fell off a cliff and died while he was on it. So he was down a cliff face in the snow with a bunch of parting, and the rest
Yeah.
of us were up the cliff.
Right.
And it was only 3 of us, and I was a gnome, so I was not much help.
And I was a monk,
Amazing.
so I had no strength.
I guess it would be up to Susan's call. I imagine barding could be broken down into, because it's like a 4-foot opening on a bag, isn't it? That you could put.
Yeah,
stuff
no,
into?
you can specifically, since you're having it made, you can
Mhm.
specify that you would like it to be able to come apart. Yeah. If you were just buying a standard, issue off the rack, then yeah, no, it would not break down. But since you are having it specifically made, then yes, you can have it so that it breaks down more than the normal armor does.
Right, and I'll pay the extra fee for that. I don't know what that would be, but definitely.
So instead of, let's see, regular barding is 15, I believe.
Oh well, it's actually like 6,000. It's 4 times.
Oh, that's right. It's 4 times.
Whatever the armor is.
So you would be looking at an additional 1,000 gold.
Okay, so 7,000.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that takes some time. While that's going on, I'm going to go see a guy about a trade.
He already went to see the guy about a horse, so he's going to go see a guy about a trade now.
Rim shot there. That's for sure.
Right? All right. So, yes, you can. You overheard this adventurer who was looking to trade a set of armor, and you can trade that. You happen to have the necessary thing that they wish to trade for said armor, and so you can get that accomplished as well during this time period.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like you're wanting to trade yourself stuff. Go figure. So
how much is the bag
Well, I
of
think
holding?
if Candlekeep's involved, I'm sure that they'd send an emissary out to collect.
They
these
would.
things.
Bag of holding is 75 gold.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a total together. I'm looking at less than 3,000 right now, so that's nice
Mm-hmm.
for now.
You have
plus
you
all
have
all the
2,000 worth of paper and ink from Azaka.
Jeez.
I'm also going to buy 2 diamonds that are worth 300 each.
Okay.
And then, should we all buy diamonds just to have them on us for when shit hits the fan?
Well, I'm thinking now that the curse has been broken, these are probably going to come back into style.
Into play, yeah. And it probably makes the clerics like you more if you come with your own diamond so they don't have to use theirs all the time.
So
Yeah.
the 300 gold worth of diamond that you got there that you actually pay 350 for.
So 700 total.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I've been saving my money for a tattoo. Oh, I've been buying diamonds to save people's lives.
You can.
And how much
Uh-huh.
was all the like spell stuff I commissioned for the harnesses and
So
the
you're looking at, with all of that stuff, you're probably looking
new
at
boots?
about 100 gold
Okay.
for all of it.
Alright, that's not too bad so far. Mostly because I haven't actually bought any paper and ink because other people are buying it
Mhm.
for me.
Yep. And then you just have all that gold spent to transcribe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I need to look up how much that is.
Tor, what's the price of transcribing a spell?
50 gold level plus 2 hours per level. No, wait, no, it's more than 50. I think.
Oh, jeez, how
I think
many?
it depends on your subclass, right? Aren't some
Right.
subclasses cheaper
There's
than others?
one that makes it cheaper, and I am not that one.
Yep.
No, you get for half. You should.
Only the type of wizard you are. Mhm. So spells that are of the same type is half cost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, half the money and half the time.
Okay, nope, that's not me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, my
Well.
question is, do you want trinkets?
Yes.
Roll D100s, please.
Oh, yeah, no. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold.
Yeah. How many spells did you give me?
A lot.
8 million.
Yeah.
A
Well, I
lot.
You were in that spell booth with them flying around for quite a while.
I only grabbed like 5 from that room. The problem is I found a spell like 5 or 6 like grimoires.
Right.
So
15.
It's
17.
been of all different levels.
Yes. Yep.
So,
Alright. So that would be. Hold on, I can tell you exactly by level.
how many?
So 1 first, 2 second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 third, 2 fourth, and 4 fifth level spells. And they're the last ones of that number on each of the things. Alright. Okay, so
I'm gonna need that again.
we'll
Just,
get there.
send it in. Yeah.
All right,
like-
so 86. Let's see here. All right.
Rika always outdoing me.
Right. All right. So, that 86, you find a stone orb that is half lit and half dark. And the person tells you, once a day, the light and dark sides switch to the other, they rotate to the other side. It's kind of cool. 49. So
Oh, it's like a balance ball.
it is kind of like a balance ball. Yep. So this is. Hold on. Let's go.
Wouldn't they change if you just rolled it anyway?
No. That would be cool though. All right. So 49. Oh Lord. I think you actually had this one on a different character, Tor. That is the reason I said, "Oh Lord." A gold coin that you can summon back to your hand as long as it's within 20 feet. All right. So
Yeah, I kept buying things and then taking more money back.
Yeah, that seems like
Uh-huh.
it could enable a terrible playstyle.
Araxis.
I play rogues. There's a reason.
You find a tiny platinum figurine of Bahamut that gives you the advantage on diplomacy checks with good dragons. 87. Let's see here.
I feel like this would have come in handy when we were in that one mountain.
Right.
Well, provided they were a good dragon.
They
That's
seemed
true.
Fairly cordial. I mean, Jericho did a good job of talking that one through.
This is funny. Rika,
Oh boy.
I
Can't wait.
you are the only party member that this actually would work on. A brass key that burns you when you hold it. If you aren't resistant to fire, that is. But it allows you to speak Ignan.
That I already speak.
You do. But it's the only one that it doesn't burn.
Like a key.
A key.
It's a nice brass key, sir.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So you have a feeling that you could this is non-attunable. You could give it to somebody and they could speak Ignan with you, if necessary.
And it would also burn them.
Well,
Wait,
1 point per damage.
Araxis.
Araxis.
Araxis and Red Fang. You guys are tieflings who don't speak Ignan.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, so here's the plan. Axe, you and me will trade this key every day, and we could have secret
Or you could
combos with
both
Rika.
hold it at the same time and hold hands.
That seems awfully intimate.
Ooh,
Hey, no shaming.
cooties.
No shames.
Look, just because we pioneered the phrase two naked tieflings doesn't mean we don't have
True, you did.
boundaries.
right.
Two
I
bros sitting in the hot
respect
tub,
my
5
brother
feet apart
Axe.
because you're not gay.
It was
I respect my
completely
brother Axe.
plutonic,
I would
tell you,
never.
completely plutonic.
Hey, hey, Lob.
Yes.
You ready? A holy symbol of Helm that you can activate once per day to gain 1d4 to an initiative roll.
What?
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, clap, clap, clap. Good job, bud.
That one's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I did like the brass key, though.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you would like to roll again, I am. Never mind. Not even gonna worry about asking Tor because she's gonna do it anyway.
I mean, I'll trade my figurine if Riki would rather have the figurine over the
You know
ring.
who I bet would love the figurine?
Over the key, I mean.
Would be Jericho. Isn't he all about dragons?
No, he's actually a snake type, a flying snake. All right, 27. Oh, this is a good one for you. Had you you find the solution to Dr. Ink's drinking, Azaka, as you find a water skin that holds barrels worth of water, as in 59 gallons of water. Just water.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
so I don't even have to be next to an ocean. I can just like dunk her in water.
Yeah,
Just throw it all over.
exactly. You could just like take the water skin and pour it over her head. Yes.
She'd like it though.
Mm-hmm.
So how much was for that trinket?
So all of these trinkets you're looking at, they're slightly magical, so you're looking at 5 gold.
I don't know, 5 gold for a permanent
Worth.
1d4 to initiative?
Once.
That is
Once.
pretty sweet.
Once per day.
Right? Yeah, but still.
I mean, if we're
Mhm.
running in to combat after combat after combat, then we've got a different problem going on.
I mean, there's that.
Would that
Yeah.
problem be
A
one
D4
choke?
at the right time can really be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We came out of a dungeon crawl. We'll be fine. We're gonna have lots of social encounters and like teas with dinosaurs. It'll be great.
Okay.
Oh, dinosaurs! I forgot. We should go watch the races while we're here.
There's races.
Oh, it was tremendous. We got to actually race in one.
Is there betting on the races?
There is.
Let's go.
So, Rika, you find a pin with clear glass beads that keeps natural smoke at least 1 foot away from you.
Okay. I mean, it's neat, but I don't know that I want to spend money on it. Because natural smoke is not really a problem for me, the fire genasi.
I was thinking that'd be more steam. If I spray you with the water, then the smoke will only appear a foot away.
I will try another one, Susan. I just tried
Okay.
another one.
You just keep rolling the ones that are really funny to the fact that, you're a fire genasi. Oh, good lord. Okay.
What?
Okay. So you find a small magical snake that
Look at that.
takes the form of a tattoo on one of your arms. Once per day, while the snake is a tattoo, you can add 1d4 to a diplomacy check. So, persuasion, deception, that kind of stuff. And you also have advantage on diplomacy checks with that specific god.
What
Okay.
I'm hearing is Cooper needs to invest in D-Force.
Yeah, right?
Does it actually
How
have
did-
the same one as
How
mine?
did I roll the exact same number? That is crazy.
So, there is only one snake.
You guys want to take turns sharing the magic snake tattoo? Like Araxis.
Just go
Red
grab
Thing
one
and
and
then
I'll-
Actually, no. I'm gonna buy this as a
It's like a
gift
Cracker
for
Jack's,
Jericho.
box
I'll
tattoo,
just buy
right?
this gift for Jericho.
Okay, so you buy it as a gift for Jericho. Alright, so, Araxis and Lob, go ahead and roll another one for me, please, since you guys bought that for Jericho.
I want to get an extra bag of holding just to stuff Yaka into it.
That's fair. Yaka's gone.
So did Yaka come?
Oh, why
No,
would you say
Yakis.
that?
Yaka
Alright.
stayed in the tomb.
He was
Rick-
the best of us.
Alright, Rika, you find
It's like
a
our muse.
feather of Solar that is always immaculate. And while holding it, you can speak Celestial.
Oh, I'm buying that. Shit, free Celestial? Well, 5
Mhm.
gold for learning Celestial?
Uh-huh.
It's probably
Um,
gonna be pinned to my cloak.
Lob, you find a pair of silver bars twisted together. And the store shop owner says, yeah, that once per day you can use Bardic Inspiration and you can designate 2 people. They can, and it is at D6.
Wait. Huh?
You have
That's pretty cool.
1 casting of Bardic Inspiration, but you can choose to do 2 people at that one time.
That with the initiative. Wow, Lob's
Mm-hmm.
finding some really cool deals. He's really digging deep in the market.
He is. He found the right shop. Yeah, apparently the Silver Bullet is a good shop to go for magic items. Let's see. And then Araxis, so 71. All right.
Feel like I'm going into the shop right after Lob gets all the good stuff. What's the?
Actually, this is a good one for you. All right. You find a small item made of bone and feathers that allows you to speak with animals once a day.
Oh, that'd be great. Lob, now I can actually talk to you when you're changed into one of your cool animals.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. I know you're gonna keep rolling. I know you are.
I am done, Susan. I am done
Okay.
rolling.
All right. So, yes. You guys, keep looking around, and you, Rika, you find also a book of very short stories. And reading a story from the book as an action acts like using a healer's kit. This one, however, is 15 gold for this book.
Is it the kind of stories that I tell the kids?
Yep,
Okay,
it
well,
is.
I just accidentally deleted my entire gold count. So.
No. Got robbed in the alley?
Yep.
Find them. You know you had at least 16,000.
What's the Chilton refund policy?
So you said that you had spent less than 3,000.
Yeah.
So I would say, why don't you go with 13?
No, I know it was at least 14.
Okay, well
'cause I
then
had-
14 it is.
It was.
All
I
right.
had other stuff because I haven't spent. I'm gonna
Other
lose
level
more
ups.
for the
Well, that's right.
level ups.
That's right.
So-
All right. So let's see here. 97. Okay. Azaka, you find an acorn that prevents you from being hit by natural lightning. It's the unnatural kind that you need to be worried about.
That's what counterspell is for.
All right.
I feel like I should give that to Red Fang because he likes squirrels so much.
There you go.
Yeah. But I'm not that unlucky. Like, can you imagine needing a trinket to protect you from natural lightning? That means you'd have to be walking around with, like, metal spikes and something.
Or climbing a mountain in a storm.
Or
Because as you
flying
say
at
that,
high
I'm looking at
altitudes
everything I'm
with
wearing.
metal
I'm like,
armor. Maybe I do need this.
Say, flying around with armor. Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Alright,
Uh-huh.
I'll take it. I'll
Alright.
give you, like, 15 gold in appreciation for saving my life.
So as you guys are shopping, you find something that is perfect for Dr. Ink. And by perfect, I mean
Skull slippers.
you're really glad that she didn't have it prior to your adventure. But you find a dowsing rod that points to any water within 20 feet. So she can find even more water to go jump into. Alright. So with that, you have gone shopping, you're able to get all of the components that you needed, and new armor, new sharpened weapons, magic items, and the like. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to do prior to calling it for the night?
I don't know. We should
The
get.
spell scrolls that I sent you.
We're good.
Do that?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
We should all get some kind of, I don't know, matching something or other to celebrate. Not necessarily a tattoo, but like a matching like bracelet or cuff, cloak, pin. We're a team.
I like that idea.
How about a pen? That'd be nice.
Like a brooch for like to like hold your cloak together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should it be a symbol of maybe Jolt, what was it? Colt Jericho, or what was that we were going by there for?
Jericholt.
Jericho.
Wow. You were overflowing with, artistic talent and naming sense when you came up with that one. it
Uh-huh.
seems.
There was a lot of really long days in the jungle, I tell you. Our minds, they kind of lost. We lost them there for a little bit. Yeah, but
Yeah, malaria is a hell of a thing, I tell you.
Sure fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, we would literally sleep under the dome in the jungle, just hearing all kinds of fucked up shit out in the distance. It was something. And then we went to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
which, well, on the plus side, it wasn't all like ash and fire and
No, they were nice days.
stuff, but yeah.
I mean, there were days like on the river that were pretty nice.
Right. Was it Lob or Dr. Ink that went surfing out in Turtle Bay? That was kind of a fun day.
Ooh, that's a good group name, Turtle Surfers. Also, I'm gonna have to find some turtles to surf. Lob, come with me to the nearest body of water.
Lars just like calling like he's gonna follow you, but just head back to the group.
Okay.
Red Fang's just beating lines it out.
You're probably a good, 100 feet away before
1,000
you
miles?
notice.
Who knows?
Well, before you notice that Lob didn't actually come with you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Lob?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You turn around and he's nowhere to be seen. Yep.
Man, how am I gonna join the cool kids and the Lob Surfer?
All right.
I mean, I don't mind surfing. Just last time that happens, I think I hit a wall or something, or something hard.
Something hard. Yep.
So I think inexplicably I'm going to spend the rest of the session trying to surf.
Give
You
me
inventing-
dexterity checks, please.
Right, I was adding Celestial to my known languages, and I don't know why
Dex
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Red Fang's gonna hop out to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, did it
What are you surfing on? Just out of curiosity.
not Lob?
Well, clearly not Lob.
I didn't think that far ahead. So
Okay.
it's gonna be like one of those things where you know how they have like a rope and they don't have skis, but I've got wings. So I'm trying to fake it till I make it. I don't know.
Oh.
Red Fang
okay.
doesn't know how this works.
Okay.
So he's gonna sit in front of the beach for 10 minutes. Well, 20 minutes, and then use some of his new skills as ritual to cast Beast Sense
Okay.
and speak with animals, and hope to get some type of water creature to.
Those are
do
both
this
concentration spells.
Are they both? I thought it was just the second one.
No, the first one's concentration. The
Sorry.
other one
No,
isn't.
that's right. The second one's not.
Right. I think I'm just trying
it's
to
just the first one.
find an animal at the beach that will do this. And
Okay.
then the second spell, which I don't think is concentration.
No, that's right. It's not. It just lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay.
Trying to convince them to let me do this, and if it's successful, we'll try to I assume though that I don't get like a good I don't get like a high speed dolphin for this.
No,
I
you
get
do not.
I think I would probably get either something terrible like a seahorse or something way too big like I don't know what's the dinosaur equivalent of
A giant seahorse.
A giant seahorse.
a giant seahorse. Anyway, you could let me die like that, but Red Fang fades into the background as he tries to surf on using a giant whale dinosaur.
Okay. So
Metrodon.
there you go.
And you never saw him again.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. But you do officially make surfing canon for this adventure. It's not smooth. It's not really reminiscent of what we consider now to be
Graceful as
surfing.
my previous bows. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flipping.
There's a lot of things, and the one consistent thing with all of it is you are drenched when you get done.
And a dex check, I think I was supposed to do.
Yes,
Let's see
please.
if that goes through. Did it go through? No, of course it didn't. How about now?
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Surprisingly not the worst.
I was figuring that it was gonna go the way of your bows, but that wasn't too bad.
Well, I get cocky with it, so let's see if I can perform well.
No, that's still double digits, so that's good. All right. So you notice that you do have a audience of people watching you from the beach, and you're not quite sure if it's a good audience watching you or it's what the hell is that guy doing. But
oh yeah, if I see a party member, I'm gonna attempt to do like a wave or something. I'm immediately gonna eat it in the water. But
yeah, you do.
I feel like it's gonna be a bless his heart situation.
The one thing that you do notice though is that you have acquired a crowd watching you. For the guy who wanted to stay hidden, you have now acquired a crowd of people watching you.
The amazing surfing tiefling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, in the excitement of being in the newly christened Turtle Surfers group, I completely forgot that I was trying to stay hidden. I can only hope that I'm far enough offshore that they don't see my hood flap up.
So you're not quite sure if anybody has recognized you yet, but there is quite a crowd out there watching.
That'll be something for me to
deal with next time
at a later date. Yep. Yep.
All right.
And possibly you, my friends.
All right. So with that, we are going to call it for the evening. So thank you so much for hanging out with us here on DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure truly is always on the menu. Thank you to all of my players for hanging out and for surviving the Tomb of Annihilation. We will be seeing what will come next, and hopefully we'll figure out next week what happened to Jericho and Dr. Ink and where they have been all this time. But until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you for the donation.
Thank you to whoever did the donation. You have blown me away. That is amazing. And without anything else, we hope to see you on Monday for our Candlekeep Mystery Mondays. We've got Team 17 streaming gaming Thursdays. We've got Wild Beyond the Witchlight on Friday, and then right back here for some more Tomb of Annihilation storyline next Saturday. Alright, and we are going to go ahead and raid over to Yester Productions. They are playing some Pokemon. And alright, well, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend. And until next time, have a good night.